Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I normally don't like to talk politics because there's really nothing there to talk about. It's just, it's so corrupt. And I say, when people make a career out of it, you already know there's something wrong with it. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you is my cousin. My cousin told me this thing. My cousin is the one that owned the convenience store that I shot the guy matter of fact, my cousin was in there when we were getting robbed, and my cousin wouldn't give him the money, and that's why they turned on me. But anyway, that's the cousin that told me, and I'm going to share with you what he was talking about. Now, see, for me, I've been around long enough to see things, and I don't try to politically. I don't want to try to sway people into believing certain things, because they must be an idiot if they can't figure this stuff out anyway. And trying to educate an idiot is not that easy. But my cousin says that Hillary, how Hillary is not in prison, from the Arkansas days. I mean, the Clintons they're known evil. They're just known for that. So the thing is, now she's they're avoiding indicting her and all this stuff. The thing that's funny is, I thought, this is what I thought. I thought it was no big deal because we're to the point now, we talk about the 3%ers. Okay, well, the 3%ers even work in government. Probably 3% of them have some kind of integrity. And 97% are just nothing but a bunch of corrupt losers. And so I was thinking, Hillary's not worried about anything because Obama would, well, they call it, I forgot what they call it, but he'd get her out of jail. So that's no big deal. Just the same thing. Every president, they can get anybody out of jail, and you can see already, they're real picky on who they can investigate and stuff like that. Well, see, they're already starting that. And then I can see when things get ugly, I can see them just saying, well, we need to be more open towards Muslims, so all Muslims in prison can get out of prison. And then he can sign his executive order. He loves signing executive orders or whatever to get these people out of prison. So he'll empty all the prisons out of all the Muslims. Everybody would want to be a Muslim if they're in prison. So like I say, he would do that. If he can do that, and he can, and I wouldn't doubt it if he does, he could do the same thing with Hillary. Just, get her out of jail too. But the thing is, if you believe there's an election process, and let's say Hillary wins the election, and after she wins the election, and then they could start filing charges on her. And then what's going to happen, in my beliefs, Obama would just sign her out. Well, my cousin says, no, that's not going to happen. And I thought, why wouldn't it happen? And he says, well, the thing is, if she's in jail or being indicted or under investigation or whatever, at the time of being taking her oath, like the oath means something to these hypocrites, if she's in jail at that time, then Obama can just say, well, we don't have a president to take my place, so I'm going to stay. And because I don't know if there's anything legal about it or not, like it makes a difference. I say it's who's in power is what makes the difference. That's been shown to us repeatedly all through history. All dictators, once they get in, it's hard to get them out. You can't vote them out. You can't chase them out. So, and then like I say, you look and see the military. He's eliminated a lot of the military, the people in the military that have sworn to the Constitution, not to Obama. Those people are out. I would say when it comes to law enforcement, I would say it's kind of going that same way. When they are looking more for their own jobs than their job futures, their own security and stuff like that. When they look at that, is more important than doing their job. That makes you think of certain things. So, and when you look around, you see how much corruption is not only at the federal level, but I say at the state and local levels. I mean, it really does make a difference on leadership. When leadership is moral and got some kind of values, it comes downwards. When the leadership doesn't, then it goes down also. And you can tell this since, like I say, now in my adult life, I can't think of leadership that has had high moral standards. I can't think of any since I've been an adult and able to watch and see. So I think it's just been deteriorating all this time, and right now we're at rock bottom, unless Hillary is appointed. And but like I say, I don't even know if Obama would even allow this to happen. He might just go on and let her just go on and go to jail, and he can just stay in. But like I say, that's not my feelings. That's what my cousin was saying. And for me, I say I've given up on the system, and I'll tell you, it made a difference. See, I've been coming down here really since the 80s, and so I see corruption. I know how corruption works. I see it. In other words, it's kind of like a deer hunter. When you're driving down the road and you look in the woods and all you see is trees, if you're a deer hunter, you'll say, oh, look, there's the deer. Look at the deer sitting in there. Because they know what to look for. And so that's basically the way I am. Since the 80s, I've been able to see corruption. So I know what to look for. And so I can see it a little bit. I can see it growing more and more. And now, like I say, politically, the United States is just all corruption at all levels. And that's why I don't really make videos about this stuff, because you're never going to end. It's a it's a non-stop subject matter in which you're not getting anything done because you're just talking. And what I talk about on my videos is how to get strong, so you are not in a position where the corruption is going to control your life so much. There's things I got to do still, because like I said, I still got to deal with all this corruption. And that's why whenever I go back, well, even down here I'm dealing with it. When I go back to the States, I got to deal with it. But like I say, I am not dependent on the corruption. And what happens once you get dependent on the corruption, then you are corrupt. So, so in other words, if you're working for this company, whether it's a big business or it's the government, and you see corruption, and you continue, you don't say anything, or you really can't say anything anyway, because they'll fire you. But okay, so in other words, you'll be fired if you say anything, so you don't say anything, so now you are part of the corruption. And you got to do things, kind of like the police. I always thought it was bad when they had a quota. You have to write so many tickets. I thought that was bad. And then when I found out it's worse than that, it's if you write the least amount of tickets per month, every month, you're going to be the first person who's going to lose your job. So in other words, now you're going to start writing more tickets. You're going to start being, more nasty, because if you're not, you're going to lose your job. You're corrupt. You are focused on your career. You're focused on your financial rewards instead of your job. That's what corruption is. And that's why you see so much of it in the political office, and like I said, in all of the different departments. The Bureau of Land Management, the what do you call it, the border guards. And I mean, all these people want to do a good job. They want to do their job, but it ends up they get involved in the political corruption aspect of it. And then what happens? It's no longer a job. Now they're pawns in a corrupt system, and they push their corruption on the rest of us. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.